Yeah, yeah. What is today? This is Ron. I just discovered, and I've seen this before, on certain channels, I'd make a comment, and then I hit the refresh on the show me the top comment versus show me the current or whatever, and all my comments disappear. I can't get them back. So I can't even view them after I do that. So no one views them. And so I thought, well, that's terrible. I'm blocked from this channel, or blocked from that channel, blocked from this, blocked from that. But now I discovered it's on every channel. So I'm absolutely not allowed to make comment on anybody's channel. I mean, I can. I can read it while I'm typing it and enter it, and there it is. And I could do another one, put it on top of it, and whatever. But if I try to add unto my own comment, it says it's unable to do that. So then I go and refresh it, and it's gone. It's gone. Never was there. Now I'm sure that it's like my channel. If someone writes a message and it's blocked or they remove it, it's still in my inbox in my Outlook, so I could read it there. So I would hope that if anybody gets my messages, they're getting it through their inbox, or maybe they're just ignoring that and just using the YouTube inbox like I do. I don't use my Outlook. Nobody writes me. And if I have a little, what is it called? Let's see. There's a little tab here, and it tells me 4 new notifications. And if I click on it on the side, it jumps up. Oh, that's mail. It's a manage notifications mail, and it tells me the most recent. And there's plus 1 more, and they're basically replies to me of comments that I've made in the past. But it just seems like just now they're coming to light. You know, where people are actually commenting on something I said 6 months ago, 3 months ago, a month ago. I don't know. How nice of them to finally wake up and, wow, there's a message there. I'll answer it. But it's been a long time. To me, it's like, oh, I'm long past that video. I would have loved to have engaged the video. Cat's into something. Hold on. That was the kitty cat um, discovering the toilet paper. You don't want that to happen. Cats and toilet paper rolls. No, don't do it. Redmond never took any interest to it. So it's so sad. You know, I just made comment on a channel talking about narcissism, and I really had some valid points. You know, that the true narcissist, it's a matter of reflection. The narcissist is about reflection. The narcissist, the I'm thinking of the daffodils. You know, narciss. How do you say it? Narcissisms, narciss. Now I can't say it because of narcissists. Anyways, it's looking into that pool of water that's so clear, crystal clear, and it's not moving. You see your own reflection, and it's so breathtaking and beautiful to you that you become mesmerized by your own reflection. And so they're self-serving, they're not sharing, they're caring for themselves. So the narcissists will attach themselves to a friend and absorb them. They absorb their nuances, their sayings, their behaviors, mannerisms, and their creative talents. And so a lot of times they're bosses and they're people in higher places because that's what they do. They don't actually have the talent to be where they are. They've used other people's talents as a stepping stone to get where they are. Even as far as lying, that they hold such a degree or hold such a covering of truth. And so they'll diminish the person that they're absorbing from, diminish them as they take on all those nuances and characteristics. until they suck them dry. Until the person that realizes it says, no, you're not a sharing person. You take, and you don't get back. And you don't even know how to recharge your own batteries. You rely on other people to do that for you. That's bosses. The bosses never get anything done. And yet this is a number 8 year. This is the manager's year. This is the year that a good manager, a good business owner will make the sacrifice of his own time, his own presence, his own for his strength, his durability to get it done. And sometimes the sacrifice that he makes is employees, but he's only hurting himself when he does that, because he really needs those people to do the work. Now maybe they'll double up on others because they're trying to cut costs by reducing wages, put what's going out on wages so that they can get productivity to bring in more money, Well, that's the businessman's way. And so typically they're narcissistic. And one of the other valid points that I made is that if there is a future for narcissists, someone that does such a thing and has that capacity to do that, that their greatest portion will be androids. Yeah, android servants, android workers, android everything. Because they just reflect off of them, off the android, and define themselves through the android, through that which the android creates or does, the work that it does. It's their own definition because they have no core of their own, I guess. When the true core that they have is nothing but a reflection of what would you call that? Of love, self-love. So it must be a self-protection thing. But they lose out on being able to build their own nuances. They miss out on being able to build their own knowledge. They miss out on being able to be the talent. They do. So it's a facade. It's all a facade. And they're usually people who absorb others. And they just keep absorbing. Now, I don't mind if someone picks up a nuance of mine because of the videos I do. If in the future I turn on someone's video and they say, when your nose to toes, your nose knows. Well, I said that. But it's not that. I say it so that other people can think about it and use it. Because it's hilarious. Well, you can find yourself in that position. Anyways, yeah. I just wanted to say that, and it's frustrating. I would like to engage more people, but if all of my comments are gone, no matter where I go, even on like Psychic Sounds by B, I commented on hers, gone, anything gone. But then I realized I'm probably putting out a lot of personal information that those online narcissists would love to get a hold of. My hair's all oily, it's driving me crazy. I took a bath last night. I had another episode of the heart palpating. Oh God, it's like 1,000 birds flying out of my chest at once, and if I touch even my sternum, it's so ridiculously sensitive that it's like, it makes me want to cough. Like, it's so butterflied out. As the heart's just going, and it just starts fluttering, and there's no rhythm to it. But it's not I don't know if it's not my heart or the muscles around my heart, but whatever it is, it's incredible. So I got outside and trimmed the vitex right here in the middle of the garden area. And he's pretty tall. And I don't want him to become a big tree, so I brought him back down to size, and then he can regrow as a ornamental because he's the pretty blue one. And then he doesn't block so much light underneath him, so I can grow more plants. But when I got done, oh my God, my heart wouldn't stop fluttering, and it was because I was bending over. I do believe that I have fluid on the heart. or around the heart, that there's fluid and build up. And it's not my lungs, it's around the heart, pericardium. And so when I bend over, the pressure's too much, and it's like squeezing my heart every time I bend over. Picking up branches, cutting, picking and throwing it, and doing the wheelbarrow, and all of a sudden my heart just has to react to it. Fight back, I guess. Am I stupid? Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm stupid. When you say stupid, it could be stupid to say stupid. But it is stupid. And I shouldn't vex on it. I shouldn't dwell on it. As long as I have my appointments, as long as I can take a visual, as long as it can be put in the hands of the right person to do the biopsy, and then from there find out the results, and then either yay or nay. Yay or nay. It's the only way. Yay or nay is the only way. And so it's not that I've ripped anything out of my doctor's hands. I just specifically want this looked at, and that's it, just this. And she says no, and I say yes, and she says no, we have protocols. No, we're still going to get there. But with you, it would take weeks, if not redirection. And with me, it's going to go right down the line to right where I need to go. I get done tomorrow if you're ready. I'll bend over for you if you need it. So I'm expediting a direction to one thing that's specific that should be validated by all the symptoms I've had. And she says, no, that's not how I do it. That's not how we do it. See, it's a coven. That's a coven. There's a ritual going on, and that's how they're brewing their little love spells. We'll make you better. We'll make you better. Johnny will love you. That's probably the name of the guy that was come up with the big truck, the big bully. He was going to get me, whatever, security guard. John. I know that they don't listen in, Even if you typed in Ron Haskell, you might pull me up. If you met me on the street or something, you put me on YouTube, you might pull me up. I've tried that with other people. Thought about friends, family names, people I know, and you put in their name. Never find anybody. I never do, but they should be able to find me, for crying out loud. Unless I'm totally blocked. I've been hit with that hate speech thing before, but I haven't seen that little tag for a while. And maybe they're just giving up on that, and they just put you in a little block to where you don't get to make comment and no one can find you, because even the keyword search, keywords that I enter into for keyword search, they don't show up on my video. No. And if I use them, I can't find my own videos. So I'm totally, in a different realm? Am I being punished by YouTube without them notifying me, without them telling me why, or that, hey, you're in suspension? Am I suspended? It seems like I can load videos, and it seems like folks that are subscribed to me can talk to me on my video. And the only incidents I thought recently of someone being removed was actually them doing it. So it's okay, they made a comment and then they remove the comment, and then I can read it in my inbox. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. It sounds, illegal. Yeah, to isolate one person over all others. For what purpose? Is this a Trump thing? Is this a Trump of God? Is that what this is? This is one of the Trumps. The trumpets, yeah, well, little pets. I am not an antichrist. And I have a lot to say to people who are Christian. I can wake them up out of it. They're caught into a Pauline doctrine. It's that of the devil itself. It was, the Lord came for the lost sheep of Israel. He didn't come for no Gentile bullshit. But Paul stepped up and says, hey, I can recreate what you did for the Gentile and be their Savior through you as an apostle. Not, no one realizing what the word apostle means. That it's the apostate. It's apostasy. Apostolic. It's all there. I'm not changing the word. You are. That's ridiculous, you know? I remember when gay was bad, and then gay was good, and then now gay is debauchery. Right? Yeah, it is. When all along it was just a homosexual, which was a eunuch. Yeah, a servant. A free servant. A freeman. So, anyways. Let's see. The 19th. Oh, yesterday was a 10, wasn't it? Oh, but yesterday with that 10, it was a 10 to make a 10, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, so you had the 2. Yesterday was the 2 and the 8 to make a 10. That's the thief. And then the 18th, which was a 9. Oh, so the spirit. So when the 10 placed itself on the spirit, it created a thief. So a thief upon the spirit, and then there's a theft of the thief. So yesterday had something to do with the theft of a thief. I thought that was interesting. It's about time some retribution come in, you know. So today being the 19th, this creates a 10. So, but it's the 1 or the 10 placing itself. So the thief upon the thief now, which was yesterday, there was a theft upon that 1 extra day, which is creates 11. Fire. So someone's likely getting fired today. Or there's some experience of fire. It's odd because I just saw a video that was revealing this guy in Australia who was exposing a politician, and then they firebombed his house. And now everybody, even the police, are afraid of this guy, this mafioso Italian bully, as he's beating up on this YouTuber, burning down his house, having him arrested, using the police force as his own weapon, his own strong arm. It's ridiculous. That's this whole mission, just like today. So the angel, of course, it's an angelic message upon the thief, if anything. So the thief places itself on the day, on the thief, and then creates the 11. It could be a 10-10. It's still 11 with a double odd, unknowable factors. Yeah. Yeah, eyes wide shut. A ritual indeed. Angelic. Yeah, it's a reflection. So there's that narcissistic thing too. Because that's the whole secret to the narcissist, is the reflection. If they can reflect you, then they can absorb you. Yeah. But it depends on how they're doing it. I'm certain with their numbers. Because like with me, I have a lot of 11s around me. There are 11 people with 11s that seem to come towards me, and they reflect off of me. And with my 11, they want to absorb what it is they're seeing. Like a mirror. A mirror wants to reflect it. But it doesn't define them. No. I look in the mirror, I see my mother's face. Now, does that define me? No, but the qualities and the characteristics are there, placed, through the reflection process. Does that make me a narcissist? Well, it does if I'm absorbing for my own purposes and not sharing. See, I'm sharing. My mother gave forward, I give forward, we give forward, forward, forward. The forward motion. Oh, and it also occurred to me that, the wings of an angel are their lungs. It's not, they don't have another set of arms. They don't have another set of limbs. They're not insects. No, it's their lungs. And so angels sing. Yeah. So there's music on their wings. That's how we're gonna receive it. It says music. Vibration as it is frequency, which is an angle, which is of light. Angels. Glorious. And that should fill you. Yeah, it should fill you. If anything, it should let you voice yourself a little bit more. So, and so that 11. Let's see. It is a great balance. It's a greater balance as a mastery balance, but it really is a reflection of. And your reflection is not you. It's not really you. In the pool, in that narcissistic pool, no, that's not you. No, it may be beauty, it may be creativity in its own right. Yeah, it depends. I mean, if you're into big ears, big nose, like my mama. So, yeah, my dad had little ears. My brother has little ears. And my dad had a little pug nose, tiny nose. Could have been about that big. He had a little nose. I don't know where I got my nose. From my mama. From my mother. No. So I'm going to try to stay out of the garden today. Oof, that was too much. The bending over thing can hurt me. And I only have such a limited time, you know, to get it together. So if I have to stay sedated, calm somehow, just relax, take it easy, take a vacation. I wish I could go somewhere and just become a vacation kid and then just rest until this appointment comes up. But I can't. I have to just sit tight. Yeah. Definitely. There's no way I'm going to get my garden together this year. There's no way I'm going to get the mulch bin pulled apart. There's no way I'm going to get all these trees fed. Although I worked on 2 more trees yesterday, my oak trees. I trimmed those 2 in the bottom nurse branches and cleaned out all the debris so that those bulbs and stuff can start waking up. And the ground can start warming up from the sunlight. Yeah. Now, I'm not too triggered by what's going on in the outside world. You know, the world of politics and the world of, you know, this and that and theft and what's going on with Trump. I support Trump, and I keep an eye on it, but I don't let it trigger me. No, because that's where I got those hate strikes. I got triggered and I made comment. Yeah, well, now I learned how to make comment, but the comments that I make are still in the same context. It's just that YouTube's not picking up on it. So I must be in timeout or something. I must be, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why my comments on a tarot reading or in whatever nonsense, what difference does it make? What if I just go in there and say, hello, hi, just want to say hi to someone on their vlog? It's blocked. They can't see it. Well, they'll get it in their inbox, but they won't see it. That's sad. YouTube, you're so sad. You really are. You're just like Twitter. You're just like the Twitter guy that jerks off on himself. Yeah, and doesn't have any clue. It's just ridiculous. I need to stop that. This is a republic for which we stand. We have every right to speak. And if I say something that's offensive, everybody else has the right to step up and say, that's so offensive. And it's through our own voices that we say, you know, it is. Okay, I either change or remove it, or I'm just an offensive person. Revealed. But the tactic of the socialist and like socialized medicine is to shut doors in people's faces and to steal and to raise their own children as gods and kings amongst you. Their own children, that's it. Not you. Yeah, what a dilemma. Oh, so remember I told you that Maxwell showed up at the door. This is the black and white cat, the tuxedo cat out in the backyard. Sweet as button. He's got big old feet. And he's intact, so he's the daddy going around meowing and trying to attract the girls. And so I assume that the neighbors have attacked him for mounting her. You know, because one time he showed up and he was limping, but it could have been from another cat fight. and or a dog mauling again, because he had been mauled before, but he made it through that. And I just tell him, stay in the backyard. So then he shows up and he's sopping wet. I mean, just soaked right down to the bone. And I didn't think it was down to the bone, but it was. And so I was waiting for the day to arrive and to the sun to come up and he can get in the sun and dry off. Because if I try to muss him with long hair, he's just going to mat. And I'm hoping that he can clean himself. So then he comes and shows up at around 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's sunlight, and he looks soaked. And I reach over and he's dry. He's dry. And it's like, what is it? And his hair is hard as a rock. So I smelled it. It's some kind of oil-based something automotive. Some kind of automotive fluid got thrown on him. What is this? It's obviously clear fluid, but it dries, and it dries like a wax. And he turned into this chunk of, what is it? Someone attacked him through chemical or something, some product on him that hardens. It was ridiculous. So, poor thing. You could see right down to his bones too. His hair's clumped. Well, you can't stay warm like that. I mean, like right now it's 36 degrees outside. You can't stay warm if you have no coat to be able to lift your hair, pull your hair in, lift your hair, to regulate your temperature. He could freeze. So I said, Jeff, that's it. If you can't act on this, as far as, because I told him, he's your cat now, you should get him neutered, and then he'll just stick around the house, like all the other neuters. But Jeff doesn't want the responsibility of a cat that he doesn't own. And so I said, that's it. We got to do something for him. We can't leave him like that. He needs to be bathed, and we don't have the facility to bathe him. I certainly have never bathed the cat, but I don't have the products for it. You don't just use dog cleaner on a cat, I don't think. Their pH is different. So I said, Jeff, you got to take him. You got to take him in and surrender him. Because he's so beautiful, and he's so friendly, and he's so loving, that he needs to be neutered, and he needs to be cleaned, and then anybody would adore to have a cat like that. And I tried bringing him in after Redmond, but he just walked around my house and sprayed everywhere. I said, oh, no, out. And I still have some stains on the walls and things in the house from Maxwell. So once he's neutered, he'll stop that business. And once he's in a home, he'll be settled in. So Jeff took him in, spent about 4 hours with the people up there, because it took a long time to process him. They were real pleased to see him, and he's so happy and friendly, and he didn't fuss. And he's going to spend, after the neutering, they hold for 3 weeks. They'll hold for 3 weeks. So he has a good month before he can be adopted. But he's going to get cleaned up, and he's probably loving all the attention. The lights, the warmth, the food, the comforts, the toys, the other cats, because he's always been a cat-friendly person. He doesn't take any strife with other cats other than the boys that he's competing with. And he always takes the brunt of it. His ears are so scarred up from, scabbies from fights with the girl stuff. Maybe it's the girls beating him up. But whoever attacked him and dumped something on him, that's just sickness. I don't know what it was. So I'm going to miss him, but I'm projecting that he's safe, and that he is safe, because it's a no-kill shelter, and they'll watch him, and they'll present him, with no testicles. And we'll watch him on the website, see if he comes up. We gave him his name, because he responds to Max, to Maxie and Max and Maxwell. He responds to those names. And so we'll keep an eye on him. And if anything, if he doesn't get adopted, then I'll tell Jeff, you go back up and you get him and you bring him home. And you drop him back off in the backyard. And then now he's neutered. And we'll try to keep him close. But other than that, I think he's going to be homed. Yeah, I think someone's going to fall in love with him. Because he has just the biggest head. I think he might be part Maine Coon. Yeah, because he's so big. He's the biggest paws, the biggest head, the biggest body. So he's just big. And he doesn't mind being picked up. He doesn't mind being touched and handled. But I tried running the brush through that crap that was in his hair. There's no way. There's no way it was going to happen. He has to be completely car washed. What was it they threw on him? It's just disturbing. So I washed my hands each time I touched him. And yeah, people are sick. And it's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing. It is. I'm in a cultural environment. There's no way that they can deny it. That it's the red horseman. The sins of the father is the red horseman. In this environment it is. Yeah, here in the desert Southwest. Mexican, Espanol, the whole works. Now you can look Spaniard, but it's red. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So, anyways, don't do it anymore, please. Now Maxwell's gone, and Tony's too smart for that. He's in the front. He would never allow that to happen. Someone throw something on him. No. And the other ones. And hopefully he'll be housed very quickly with someone who loves him. Yeah. In a big house. On a hill. Maybe it'd be my brother. In his mansion in the sky. My brother may not even live in Las Cruces anymore after the incident with my mom and everything, and then him being the district manager of some kind of Dollar store. He probably went on to greater and bigger pastures and probably sold his house up on the hill. Yeah, his $1 million ding-a-ling. Who knows? I don't know, he could probably still be in town. He never told me when he got here anyways. I always wondered about that, because in the years past when I used to talk to him and visit my mom and he'd show up, I'd ask him, how come you never come around? I'm only right there in Las Cruces. He goes, yeah, I drive through Las Cruces all the time for Coca-Cola and all the different stuff he was doing. He goes, but, I don't have time to stop. That's just bullshit. That's just bullshit. You got a lunch hour. You got breaks. You can pull over. But he never took interest in me, other than to be upset at me for every nuance that I had. Yeah, he hated me for years. I don't know why. I mean, I've helped him out. He's helped me out, but nope, something happened in his brain. I don't know, maybe someone dropped him on his head. That's his one brother, oh well. I still don't know. I'm an orphan. Those people just dropped me like a hot potato. Thieves. All over inheritance. Yeah. When you weren't going to get anything anyways. You all knew that. The only thing is my brother couldn't justify how the whole house was sold off, how everything was gone, all her tchotchkes, she used to collect Hummels, real Hummels, from way back and from the 70s in Germany. She had beautiful stuff, collectible stuff. Where did all that go? Where'd it go? That's just terrible. That's just terrible. You greedy people. Greedy, greedy, greedy. Yeah, so strange. I mean, I never got into it. My mom would bring me tchotchke stuff, some of which I still haven't laying around. She was weird about that. She's a tchotchke person. But they show it too. My brothers show it too. My oldest brother, he still has every toy their kids had in the packages, and maybe not now, but he still has his own toys. Perfect. Yeah. Collectibles. But that's how they are. That's how they were. And I never was. I wasn't that way at all. I don't know what I missed out on that I didn't get that. Give things away. Here, you like that? Here, take it. Here, take it. Oh, you take that. That was part of my dad. My dad was bad about that too. My dad would give things away that had very heavy importance. But he didn't care. He just wanted to be loved. Here, take this to love me. Take this to love me. Now, maybe I built into that. I give to be loved. I give to be loved. It's a terrible thing. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Maybe my next life I'll love to be gived. It's not nice to cough on people. So just as we got Maxwell to the shelter to be adopted, to be cleaned up and adopted and everything, a kitten showed up in the backyard, a Siamese, but feral, running around scared of the dogs, knows where he's going, but he was trapped in the fence. But he finally found his way out, and he went back over to Milagros, where he's from. So it's like, isn't that weird? We don't see no other cats but the ones that are here, and then suddenly one gets removed, and then another one shows up. Very territorial. It's very strange. So, I don't know, maybe we'll see that little Siamese kitten again. It's very much smaller than the little guy we have now. Of course, the little guy we have now isn't so little anymore. Now he's becoming full size. And he's so different than the other cat. He makes messes, tears up plants, gets involved. If he sees you doing something, he has to have his hands in it. He thinks he's a chef. Yeah, he thinks he's a chef. He has to get in the kitchen and get into everything I'm doing. It's like, no, you can't do that. He's already had his head kind of shut into the stove, into the oven. I had the oven open, and I went to shut it, and he stuck his head in. I said, ah. I said, God. He went, meow. Yeah, well, yeah, you don't stick your head in the oven. Don't get on the stove when it's hot. He doesn't have the hot concept down yet. I don't think he's got that down. Fire? I don't know. I'm trying to show it to him carefully without hurting him. He should sense it in his face. Heat, Stay away. But no, he wants to touch the pan. It's like, no, don't do that. You'll burn your little pads. Silly. Yeah, and God only knows how much cat hair I'm consuming now, huh? Don't have any of my cat hair cookies. He's not shedding. He hasn't started shedding yet. He's still got baby hair. Yeah, baby hair. Okay, well, I'm better today than I was yesterday, even though I got work done, gardening. And I pulled up my species glads, and they had actually built onto each other just like a glad does. So they're depositing or using up that nutrient that they had built up before, just like a gladiola does. So I need to get some bone meal and repop them, stimulate them, get them producing so that they're making little crumbs like new babies. They're not making new babies, they're just building off of themselves. So they're probably not enough nutrition. Yeah, probably not. Maybe they should be potted. But yeah, I don't want that look in a pot sitting around. I don't. That grassy look? No, I'd rather have that somewhere in the garden. Yeah. So I'm always looking for free seeds, some way to get seeds for free or cheaply. And when I do find myself at the store and they see those seed packs that are so cheap or whatever, and I grab some that's not reliable, because I revealed that the machine is messed up since the COVID outbreak, where people can't think anymore and nothing's right. So nothing's as it seems. Every seed I bought failed or didn't grow what it was supposed to be. Totally, it was not what it's supposed to be. That I saw a suggestion for chamomile tea, to the heads of the chamomile flowers that you make tea. Well, just crunch them in your garden to grow chamomile. And it's like, ooh, I like that smell. And they make this beautiful little daisies. And they're ferny leaves. Yeah, so I would like some chamomile growing in the yard. And so that's easy to get. That's at the grocery store. They have the packs, not seed packs, but they're herb and different things. And it's all cultural as far as Hispanic. I should show it to you sometime. They have everything you can think of. They have herbs and spices and things I've never heard of that they utilize. I don't know who utilizes them. People from other countries use them all, Mexico, Central and South America. Stuff that I wouldn't even know, that I probably have consumed through products and wondered how something tastes so incredible. That there's the products right there. Yeah, one of them is what's the name? Oh, can't even think of it now. It's like ESP something or other. It'll come to me, but it. Am I thinking right? But it stops gas. So if you put in your beans, you're not going to get gas. You won't have farty beans. Epazote? No, I can't think of the name. Now, I never use it. I don't kick beans very often. So, yeah. So, but I know all about gas. Yeah, but if you put it in any of your foods that give you gas, it stops it. It's something in that plant that prevents you from getting gas. What a boring video, huh? Yeah, for the 11 message. Should be something more angelic to that. But that's it. That's all we get. The thief on the thief to make the 11. That's hard to post. Yesterday, the retribution part of the thief on the spirit creating a thief, well, then you're going to just get stolen. The thief gets stolen from. Yeah, the spirit's going to turn around and take it back. You thief. That's a thief. And it's good that a lot of these court hearings things with Trump are being revealed as ridiculous. Yeah, one-sided. Saying that he did something illegal when it's a standard operating procedure. So it's illegal for him, but not for you. Good for the goose, not the gander, whatever. So do what I say, but not as I do. Yeah, well, that day's got to stop, and I imagine that's my doctor. Yeah, my doctor. It's probably on the liberal agenda because she works for the damn machine. And socialized medicine. Yeah, so she's a little correction there. Came through. No harm done, right? Except for the narcissist that can't control it. If their foundation starts to crack, it could be a bad thing. It could be bad. Where the average other person like ourselves we've fallen many times. And we've come to ourselves. We come to the point where we have to stand up again and ask for help or help ourselves. But the fact is that when we lose our foundation and we cuss out God, like say we gnash, and we gnash and we wail, that it's from that process that we rise up with a greater foundation that we start to build that can't be crushed. So we get stronger with each beating. We become wiser and stronger. Yeah, until they stop, until it stops, and it'll never happen again. Why? Because we're too wise for that. And yeah, my eyes are going to look at you as if I can see right inside. Sometimes just looking at a person, their guilt just pours right out. It's like, why are you the guy? You can't accuse me. It's like, I never said a word. It just came right out. Now, I don't know what it's going to be like when I have to make another appointment with her. Yeah, I mean, I have the referral to the biopsy guy, and then with that truth, I can see the cancer specialist. But that means I have to see her again. I wonder how she's going to react. Like, oh, nothing happened. We could just be nice to one another. Well, yes and no. You've just got to face up to the mistake was made on your part. That's all. If you don't like it, then tell me to leave. You want to abandon a patient in care? Well, then, please do. But I plan on letting her go. As soon as I do, I am in the hands of a physician, of a qualified person. Yeah. You're so cute. Little cat's just sitting there. Those little feet, he just looks like he's just so innocent. You're so innocent. Not. Get up here. You want to say hi? Oh, they're not going to be able to see you there. Yeah, go look at the camera. Oh, you don't want to look at the camera? Just want to lay on my belly? Okay. Take care. Excuse my dirty room. It's 5 in the morning. Another day. Another day. We'll get through it. Yeah, you'd think it'd be easier just to say goodbye. I should just use this as an excuse to leave this planet. But there's so many more flowers to grow and so many more things that I should have the right to have. You know, if people sent me packs of seeds, I'd be growing them every day. Yeah, I would be. Should do that. Send me seeds. Send me seeds, or send me a gift card to a nursery seed catalog thing. You know, a seed catalog? Plant catalog? Yeah, I would use it. And I would showcase it. And of course, if you don't want to be exposed as to someone that's nice to the son of perdition, well, we don't have to say who you are. But I do plant seeds all the time. Now, I've been sent seeds that didn't do anything. You know, there seems to be a lot of radiation going on. You know, when you ship them, there's the machines at the post office that do nothing but demagnetize and irradiate, and it kills the germ. So you have to put a little aluminum foil around them, foil wrapped. Yeah, it stops that. Okay, I'd like some almonds. Yeah, some fresh almonds that will sprout. You know, the ones from the grocery store here are irradiated. But if you have almonds on your tree, those are fresh almonds. You could ship a few to me and I could grow almond trees. That would be so pretty. I would do that. I'd love that. So consider that. Okay, bye.